What's up, Coach Griner? Hey, we are here week two of Grice's Gems. We have got some great players, and I always tell you that big time performances usually happen about week two as we get ready to get into that non conference game that everybody's got that circled on the calendar and getting ready for conference to kind of position ourselves in a great position in the playoffs. How you feeling?
Feeling really good, man. Feeling really good. These guys really performed. I mean, it was hard to pick these GGs this week. I ain't gonna lie.
It was definitely hard, and of course we're going to get into more of that here in a second. But let's go to Winston-Salem area for Caman Chaplin out of West Forsyth. This senior running back, again, first game he wasn't in there, but what a way to come back, running 18 times for 241 yards and 4 touchdowns as West Forsyth snapped Oak Grove's 13-game win streak. West Forsyth has a big game coming up at Weddington on Friday, but before we get to that, Grinder, talk about what you see here with Cayman.
What'd you see? I mean, that soft tissue injury he had before. I don't know if he was just like milking it before this game because he don't look like he has any soft tissue injury coming into this game. I mean, my gosh, he is floating on people. I like to see what he's going to do. You're talking about snapping Oak Grove's win streak. We're talking about Weddington being one of the best teams in the state, regardless of the classification. So if he can perform like that, they have a real good shot.
He's going to be key to their victory. But let's go stay in that 336 area and go to Caleb Creech out of Eastern Guilford. This man was a stat stuffer here. 35 carries. Again, said 35 carries for 293 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 39-14 win over Burlington Williams. Again, a week ago, he only had 5 carries and 13 yards in a win over Northern Guilford. I think they changed the game plan, Grind, and said, you know what? We need to give this kid the ball. And boy, they did.
Yeah, that's that 35 carry. That's that old Kavaris Crouch type of feeling right there. Give him the rock 35 times. I love it. He probably wanted 36 to get over 300. I ain't gonna lie. He probably was yelling at his coach, "Hey, go
Oh,
give
you
me
already
one
know it
more.
was.
Give me one more." No doubt.
Oh, agreed. That was a great performance there. Eastern Guilford, again, continuing to show their success, and I think they're going to be a force to stop. Let's go out to the 9-1-0 with Zay Jones. Again, another guy that's getting that ball, real good bell cow for that Scotland County team. You know Coach Bailey's going to make sure his guys get the ball. 32 carries for 214 yards and 4 touchdowns in a big 34-29 win over Terry Sanford. And you know my saying on here, Grinder, they needed every one of those carries, every one of those yards, and every touchdown he was able to give them to ensure they got the win over Terry Sanford.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people were picking Terry Sanford in this game and to get 32 carries, 214 yards. Zay Jones just found a way. And like you said, they needed every bit of those carries. Isn't it amazing how Scotland County always has an amazing offensive line and some type of running back? It's something in the water over there, no doubt. We need to
Oh,
bottle it up and
100%.
ship it over here.
Now let's head back to Charlotte as we've got a defensive guy for you, Griner. LJ Porter out of Charlotte Christian, 20 tackles, 2 pass deflections, and a forced fumble, and a big win for Charlotte Christian over Catawba Ridge. Griner, I had to get a defensive guy on here for you, but I think I picked a really good one to get.
This kid is explosive. 20 tackles, 2 pass deflections. You're all over the field, like front, back, stepping forward, reading your keys. Like when I see him on film, I literally want to see the entrance of Brian Dawkins from the Eagles coming out because he reminds me of that type of guy. Very passionate. After every big hit, you can see there's so much passion and conviction when he's hitting people when he's playing the game. I can see this guy leading the daggone state in tackles. He's got 20 on this game alone. I mean, it's easy for him to average about 15 a game, no doubt.
Oh, 100%, Griner. I love to hear that from a defensive guy. So next, we've got to go to the call. And Griner, this is the first time in Grice's Gym's history, a second guy that has been on the opposite sideline from me on Friday night. So we've got to get a call to Jayden Jones out of Independence High School. Jaden, I saw it from the sideline, but I've got to let the people know what you did on Friday night at 8 p.m. 13 carries, 228 yards, and 5 touchdowns, and a 75-49 win over my Hickory Ridge Raisin Bulls. Hurt my heart. You also had an 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So again, an incredible all-time level performance from you, Jaden. I'm gonna talk because again, I'm an offensive coach, Jaden. So like when you're doing your thing, I'm over here, watching the huddle sideline, seeing what's going on, seeing how we get ready to attack. So I only caught the end of you running a lot of times into the end zone. Can you talk about your performance and just when you knew this was going to be one of those all-time performances?
So I just felt like I just love my O line. Like it just
Yeah.
my O line. I love them. Like they block for me every time I need them. The outside zone every time my receivers blocking for me, and I just took what I can get. I just seen the green Greenfield, took what I can get, did broke a couple ankles, and I just found a touchdown.
Oh man, like in this this play here was incredible. I see being on the other side, I couldn't see why he was still running. It's wild to see, but again, a great performance. One thing I love Coach DJ McFadden. Your head coach. I really think he's brought that swagger back and even
Yeah.
maybe taking it to another level, which is how he does things. Can you talk about him as a head coach and why you love playing for him?
I love playing for him. It's just like his standard. He makes sure his standard is better than like we go into the game. Like he don't care about none of that. Like his standard, I love his standard. He makes sure all the players are good, and then we got good determination, good confidence, good all that. He's a great head coach. I love him. I love him. His standard is crazy. I love his standard and the way he plays football, the way he coaches, the way he teaches us, all that.
Griner, I've even got an even fun fact here for you. Hey, I coached this kid, and I don't know if he remembers, in an All-Star game when I think when he was 9 years old, when he was back when he was playing with the
Yeah.
Carolina Bears. I gave this kid an inside zone run, and he took it. I think it took like 60, 70 yards in this All-Star game. I mean, you talk about he's been doing this since he was a young kid, man. So like, I know I didn't say that to him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him after the game, but Jaden, we're proud of you and everything that you're doing. And I know it hurt my heart because it's against my guys. But like, I want you to keep balling and keep doing those great things. And I'm showing that, no matter who it is, Grinder, even if it's against my team, if you're
Well, we
balling,
want we want we want him to like hold off one game and then the
hold off
following
one
week.
game.
Following week he wants to go off again, but this week he can cool off a little bit. That's all we're asking.
Jaden, we
Yes,
got our
sir.
deal. Hey, Langston, the man behind, man with the plan is there. If you get 4
Hmm.
touchdowns this week, I guarantee I'm bringing you. You're at least going to be at the gym. I got you. I'm telling you, it's a deal. Make that
Yes, sir. I
happen.
got
All
you.
right.
Yes, sir. I got you.
And we appreciate you for having you on. Again, it hurt my heart, but way the ball. Keep doing your thing, and we wish you the best of luck the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I really do.